What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to... Look at this fucking guy. Hold on a second. This fucking asshole. What were you doing right in the beginning?
Welcome to the Sniff Show. I don't know why.
That's what it is. Fucking Sniff Show. That's what I got already. You know you're in for it. It's not even a blooper. The problem is, and then you got this character here too. So this is going to be one of those. Yeah. Welcome to the Sniff Show. Welcome back to the Sniff Show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Johnny Stank, and today the episode is going to be about nothing except things that stink. Anyway.
Welcome. What? The lake.
The lake. Hot shoes.
Hot shoes.
Hot shoes stink. It stinks. Anyway, welcome back to the show. We got some stuff to talk about with the two lunatics here today. The show will be about Ezra Miller finally saying sorry. Too little, too late. We'll talk about that. Wolfgang Peterson passed away. It's terrible. Never-ending story. A couple other great movies and things of that nature. You know that. You got some stuff coming out. The Addams Family teaser just came out, so we'll talk about that. We might even do a trailer reaction to it. That might be a lie. I don't know. But we'll figure it out. Mark Wahlberg got some stuff going on. Cobra Kai Season 5's got a trailer. We're going to try to convince Kate to watch The Boys. Something called The Rehearsal that people are talking about that I have no idea what it is. I finished The Old Man. Finished that. Talk about that. What do you think about that? Good for you. All right. We got some more stuff that we should talk about, but this is another thing. Look at this. Big Thing podcast. You can get it on Spotify. You can get it on Apple. And I had the Apple link ready to go. And now it's gone. But just know it exists. And you can find that out if you just fucking Google it.
You can do all the work. Jesus Christ.
You can go on the link in the description. At least you can do that for me, right?
Hold your hand through this.
Hey, come on. Show an ounce, will you? But we got you. If you go to the Big Thing. And you can it's not very tough. The Big Thing. Sometimes you get to type my name in. Otherwise, you get a cock picture. It's the kind of show we're dealing with already. We're not even 2 minutes and 35 minutes into this thing. Good luck to you all. I don't know what to tell you. Except, why don't you subscribe? Look at me. Nice mustache, asshole. And fucking cross-eyed Larry over there on this side.
You crossed just one eye.
Yeah.
You got 70,000
really
subscribers. Is that going to happen? Yeah.
Not after this show.
Maybe not. We're either going to get 100,000 subscribers after this, or everybody's going to drop off. It's my favorite. All right, just watch our fucking show. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's a Big Thing. It's hilarious. What I'm going to tell you is, for people who just found me from Campy's show yesterday, oh, man, really respect your takes and professionalism that you show on shows. Man, did you find the wrong show. That is not this show. I love being on John's show, and I look forward to going back, but you have found you have now wandered into the mad zone, and I have not had these two on in quite a while. Look out. It's the three of us. We're back. Yeah, I haven't had you guys. Kate's been out in Chicago. And so now you're back. Is it good to be back on the mic?
Oh, it's so good. Even just hearing the theme song, I was like, yay.
I know. We can find you guys on both SEN Live and Brett and Kate's Playdate, which, by the way, will be continuing on the new Patreon, which is, at the moment, patreon.com/schmodown, but that will change. But they will be continuing on. SEN Live will be continuing on. There'll be more announcements to be made soon. I've been trying every day to make the announcement, but little things are happening and preventing me to do so until I can. But it's good news because both Brett and Kate will be back. They'll be on this show more. There'll be more stuff to handle. So we got a lot to talk about, for sure. Now, what's this show that you're watching? The Proposal? What is this?
Yeah, The Proposal, also known as The Rehearsal.
Oh, whatever.
No, but The Proposal, I think, is a show.
The Proposal is a movie with what's sexy ass's name? Oh, Sandra Bullock.
Oh, yeah.
Sexy. Oh God.
Hey, who is that? Who's the broad with the hair?
Yeah.
And the dancing?
She's got them titties.
Yeah. And then you got
the
Hot
tight
Cock.
pants
What's his
on
name?
and demolition.
Yeah, the guy that owns the mental mobile thing, the guy with the quick wit, the handsome dude. What's that guy's name? The dead pal? The fuck is his name?
She was the girl in the thing.
You know, the guy that's
Everybody
in the
gets mad
thing.
at you when you can't.
you
You're
can't-
giving me nothing.
Give me. Well, that's my mother. You know, the one. Yeah, he's in the movie. He's an actor. He's got hair. Oh, yeah, he's got hair.
Oh, he's got hair.
It's
Okay.
helpful. Oh, yeah, that
George
labels it down.
Clooney, Mrs. Harloff. I don't know.
I just don't.
Did he just call Sandra Bullock sexy ass?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he followed up and called Ryan Reynolds hot cock. All right. We balanced it out. We balanced it out. We
Yeah.
balanced it out.
Listen.
That's a good writer.
A bullet and dodge.
Well, he just said this about. He said hot cock. Okay, he's good.
We're canceling his canceling.
Yes, we were about to cancel, but he luckily called Ryan Reynolds hot cock and saved himself. Saved himself.
I started watching the rehearsals. What is
Oh.
what you asked? Which is this Nathan? Did you ever watch Nathan For You?
No one did. Move on.
Oh, you are missing out.
Oh, what is it? You know what
Everybody
it is?
did. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No,
what
is it?
Nathan Fielder.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So hilarious. He would take over businesses.
You used to love like the prank shows when you were a kid.
It depends. Like I like Crank Yankers. I like
Yeah.
I like who are the New York guys that do all this shit? The fucking buddies.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
buddies.
Impractical Jokers.
I love those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys are great.
This is like prank, but very well thought out and very like you can't believe he can keep a straight face doing this.
What's your like? There's so for example, in Nathan For You, it was like people posted that they wanted a good workout, and then there was also a moving company that needed people to help them move. So Nathan Fielder set up a workout that was just the workout was being movers.
Okay.
And I didn't love the show. I'll be honest.
Oh, you didn't really?
No,
Oh,
so I was
loved
very
it.
reluctant about this.
Oh wow.
Why? It's the same. It's the same. That's who it is.
It's the
this
same guy,
I see.
and basically, so I stopped watching Nathan For You because for whatever reason, like dealing with real people
You're
makes
done.
me so uncomfortable.
yeah.
Yeah, you've said that before.
Yeah,
but yeah.
it just like it's like even Borat. It's like I
I
know
love
it's funny.
Borat. I know.
it's funny.
So you know what's funny is that my brother and I were just talking about this, and we can get back into the rehearsal proposal, whatever it is. But I was talking to my brother about this recently, and there are certain things that, depending on how it's done, like I think some of the YouTube prank channels and things, I hate. Like I hate when they're like staring at somebody's face, looking to fight somebody.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What? Oh, it's a prank, man! Look at the camera." It's like, "Fuck you!" That guy can hit you right in the mouth with a
Yeah.
brick. Like that. Like I hate that shit. Like, oh, I just pissed in your face. It's a prank. It's like, fuck off. But there's other things. There's this guy on TikTok. What is his name? I gotta find his name because he cracks me up.
It'd be amazing if it was Nathan Fielder.
No, his
Yeah.
name is shit.
Like,
He's
see.
this black dude. What's his name? God, he's hilarious.
Quick, say white dude to balance it out.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's a black dude. Calvin.
help you out here.
What's his name? Hold on. Calvin something. Calvin.
Klein.
Not Calvin Klein.
Harris.
I gotta find this guy because he's so Calvin Grimes.
Hobbs.
Calvin Grimes.
Okay.
Right.
I was off.
And let's see if you can hear the audio. Hold on.
And you moved your car away? Are you a little bit racist?
No, not at all.
Oh, no. Okay, so do you know who the first black woman was who received food stamps?
I do not.
Her name was Mabel.
Mabel?
Yeah, Mabel Simmons.
Okay.
Yeah, she got a famous saying, hello.
He is fucking hilarious. He reminds me of Beats. He is hilarious, and but he does it in a way like even the stuff like
Yeah.
that. He's not. He's clearly it feels comedic from the second he walks up. Every time I see one of those videos, I stop and watch. I think it's hilarious. Like that kind of prank to me because he's not being aggressive. He's being. It's funny. To me, it's funny.
Nathan isn't aggressive, and he's very innocent. He's has an innocence about
Yeah.
him that like you
It's
can.
like this guy.
But he'll just stare at people after telling them something ridiculous. Like he tells this guy that like his yogurt shop is having trouble getting people in. That he
Yeah,
should
yeah,
have
yeah.
a poop flavored yogurt.
Right.
And he goes, "What if somebody heard it was the only poop flavored yogurt in town?"
Yeah.
And the guy's just going, "Yeah, I guess that could be a." Good idea. So like he
like
has
por- so it's like-
scientists
it's like
create
por-
a poop flavor,
Wow.
and people come in and they
And
actually
they try it.
Yeah,
It's like it's like Borat style.
yeah. But like with not being mean to, I don't think he I don't remember him being mean
All
necessarily.
right. So wait. So this is
So
this,
that was the show.
That's
Nathan
this.
for
So
You.
what's this? So what is
So
this
this
show?
is the rehearsal. So this is basically the very last. Do you hear me clearer now? The very last
subtle.
episode of Nathan for You was a rehearsal, which I think must be how they got the idea. But basically, this is the idea that if you have a big event that you have to do in your life, like admit something or have a conversation with somebody, it's best to practice it. So he and his I think the production's what's so
insane.
amazing about it. They will rebuild like this. The very first episode is a guy who's in a trivia league, and he has to admit he has to admit to his friend that's on the league with him that he doesn't have his master's degree.
Okay.
So they build the bar in a warehouse that he's going to, and they get every
down to
single
the last
detail,
cup,
down to the last
like
cup.
insane.
Like there's a balloon that's just like up in the like by one of the vents. They like get the balloon like to put.
Wow.
So they practice it, and then he like does these flow charts where he's like, okay, well if she says this and then this and then this, and it just gets more and more wild the more episodes that happen.
And what channel is this on?
It's
I watched it on net. I watched it on HBO Max. Is where I watch
HBO
it,
Max.
which means it's on HBO Max.
yeah, HBO Max.
Not for long.
Yeah.
No,
And there, I saw that there's a Reddit page for it, but then somebody created a subreddit page to where you could rehearse what you were going to say on the actual Reddit page for the show. So it's very meta in that.
That's
I see.
amazing.
Interesting. Well, I mean, look, there's so much shit that is so much content to watch.
Oh yeah,
I know.
Out there, not even including all this stuff in our space on streaming and all that. I'm watching the Sandman. So I've been watching on Netflix. You guys,
Yes, we just talked about this. You weren't on SCN, but we
Great.
just the one day you
One day
missed
you're not
SCN.
I'm still going to bill for
There
it.
goes that. There goes your perfect.
Yeah, right. It's
attendance.
like, why did you tell him I wasn't on? I hadn't watched it in 5 months. He wouldn't have known. Should have pretended.
What's the Sandman?
The Sandman is Neil Gaiman's show, comic book from back in the day. I remember John Schnapp telling me about it. And I always used to think it was like Sandman from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not. It's basically the King of Dreams. And it's got like
Is that you? Are you the King of Dreams?
certainly not. But it's got like a crow, almost like he looks like he could fit into like a part of the Cure.
Yeah.
Right. But he's the King of Dreams, and he basically is very powerful. He has like his 3 things that he has is his mask, his it's like a ruby, and his sand. The 3 things, and he can manipulate dreams. He can create things. He's got this magical kind of mystic kingdom, and then there's other realms and stuff as well. But this is his. And so what happens to him is Charles Dance, who is in Game of Thrones, and if you'd recognize him right away. He's trying to conjure up. I forget whether it was death or whoever he's trying to conjure up to get his son back, right? And somehow he conjures and he gets the Sandman in this prison, and he has him, and Sandman's like, he basically he's like, okay, I know you can't help me, but if you can answer me this, and Sandman won't talk. So they keep him there for like, I think it's like 100 years, and eventually gets out, and he's got to kind of get his shit back. He's got to figure stuff out. So
and that's just the cold open.
that's the pilot.
Yeah.
That's the pilot.
Wow.
So and
I've heard of the comic before.
so I watched it when I was at Florida. I went with and my brother, his fiance, and I watched it at his. Did you not know that? Yeah,
I didn't know that. Yay, Brian!
And so we watched. He's got like the digital projector, so we watched it, and it was really good. So I'm like 4 or 5 episodes in right now, and it's not one that I'm watching with the wife. So I got to like wait until she's either sleeping or whatever. We just finished The Old Man with Jeff Bridges. That's one that was really good on FX. But they cut that one abruptly. I really like the series, but people were like, well, you're not going to like the end. And I was like, yeah, but I have a little bit more sympathy for it because the reason why it was cut, it's like it cuts short, like real short, and like it just ends, and you're like, well, well, that doesn't seem like an ending. But then it's because it was right when you found out he had cancer.
And
he had to like take a break. And I think he's recovering now from what I hear. And they're going to shoot season 2. But like,
well, you were saying you like it to be short when you finish The Old Man, right?
I like an abrupt stop.
Yeah, Joy Mode. So Joy Mode is back, ladies and gentlemen, and I wanted to tell you about it. Joy Mode is back, and it was perfect to talk about. We were talking about it right before. This stuff it's gold. It's gold. And I even have Arnold Schwarzenegger here to talk about it. Yeah. Hey, listen. You know the last time you did the gas station? Yeah. And you stand in there and you look over and you see, what's that? These branded erection pills, and I know that they're tempting. But you ever take a second, you look what's in there? It's not fantastic. It's terrible for you. It's not good. This Joy Mode is here to save the day. Whether you're happy or you're unhappy with your performance in the bedroom, you make it better. Joy Mode Sexual Performance Booster is like a pre-workout, but for sex. And I love fucking. Would you rather take a supplement designed to spice things up naturally rather than a prescription drug that can have harmful effects down the road? You go to great lengths to biohack your way to better mental and physical performance. But what about the bedroom? Now listen, this is what Joy Mode does. They make natural and science-backed sexual wellness products for the men. And the Sexual Performance Booster, it is like a pre-workout, again, but for sex. And again, I like fucking. Joy Mode was created because the products on the market, they're terrible. And they know that they could do better. Prescriptions come with those sort of side effects, and over-the-counter gas station pills are sketchy and fraudulent, and sketchy too. But lots of guys take both because they don't have a better option. Here's what you do. You tear open the sachet, and you mix it with 6-8 ounces of water, just like your favorite electrical packet. For best use, you consume it anywhere, on the moon, wherever you can. Now, from 45 minutes to 4 hours prior to sexual activity, when you're ready, you'll notice better blood flow, better erection quality and firmness, and increased sexual energy and drive. Now, you want to spice things up in the bedroom and boost your sexual performance? Do it naturally, without nasty prescription drugs. We have a special offer for you here at the Big Thing audience. I love this show, and I have a big thing too. Go to the Joy Mode. Use joymode.com/big thing or enter big thing at checkout for 20% off your first order. I gave some to Whiskey, and she fucked Lulu. I'm telling you, though, Joy Mode is fantastic. It really is. I say that lovingly. It's great. Listen, I was telling Kate, I was like, Kate, I get some of your husband. She's like, he doesn't need it. I go, it has nothing to do with needed. I don't need it either. I want it. It is. I never realized how it was like. It's like working out.
Yeah.
It's like it's very similar like when I talk about with like athletic greens. I'm telling you, Kate. I'm giving you something to give to Dickie.
All right.
Yeah, you'll be saying all right.
Can you also send another woman to receive?
She's just like planted against the wall. She's like, I told you.
I'm going to actually just FaceTime you during. I'll be like, you did this!
You did this to me. It's true. Hey, do it like when that thing that happens after the thing happens.
The thing that happens
The
after
refractory period?
The ovulation.
ovulation.
Ovulation. The ovulation.
Oh,
You're right. There are 3 days in a,
That's what I
in a
mean.
month
Yeah,
where I'm
yeah.
like, okay,
That's what I mean.
if you stick it in now,
That's
I won't
what I mean.
Yeah.
Pick those 3
that's
days.
why you got. Don't you use Clue with Dickie? It's
Play Clue on ovulation.
It's an app called Clue, and you can tell him,
yes.
clue him into when your period is, and then he'll. But the problem is, I
Careful.
use it because I go, your refractory period is now, or whatever, or not refractory, your luteal phase, and then your ovulation
know any of
days.
these things.
Yeah, luteal is
AKA I can talk to you now?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she goes. You looked in the app, didn't you? Because I'll be like, hey, did you want some raw oysters? Or
Should I drink the Joy Mode?
Should I drink the
drink the
Joy
Joy
Mode?
Mode? Should I take the Joy
You're
Mode?
like, did you want any raw oysters? Because I want clams.
Yeah, right.
Oh, dirty. Anyway. So get yourself some Joy Mode.
And that's what the rehearsal's
And
about.
that's how
Yeah,
babies
and
are made.
subscribe. Perfect. That's not what I wanted. Anyway, so make sure you do that, though. I'm telling you. People out there,
Get it.
do it. And let the English see you do it. All right, next thing I wanted to talk about. Let's just get right into this thing. So we had talked about. I think Brett, you were on the show, when we talked about Ezra Miller, about the options that were coming out. Remember those three? We talked about like the three potential options. Was that you?
Yeah, I think so.
And how we were talking about Zoloft, David Zoloft was basically there's three options on the table. Do you know this about this story at all, Kate?
I do. I actually feel like I was here. We were like, how is he still getting deals?
They.
Yeah, they. Excuse me.
Okay.
How are they still getting deals? Excuse me.
It wasn't that they were still getting deals. It was the fact that this movie has been shot for a while.
Yeah.
And it's a $200 million movie. It's been in the can for a little bit now. And they had this whole plan to jumpstart the DC universe again and go to this 10-year plan. And the Flash is supposed to kick it off. And then you got, Ezra Miller running around doing God knows what. Allegations, who knows what's
Arrested a couple times.
Arrested, just getting in trouble left and right. So the report comes out, well, this is what they're going to do. Because I didn't know if they were going to recast the movie, if they were going to reshoot the movie, if they were going to shelf the movie. Nobody knew. And said that the three options on the table as of last week were option one. They were speaking with Ezra Miller's mother, who was going to get them to apologize for behavior and would look to recoup and understand and acknowledge it and look for help. And then with that, do limited press, release the movie next year as planned. Option two, Ezra Miller doesn't apologize. They release the movie. They do basically no press whatsoever. And then afterwards, they just recast Ezra Miller and move on. Option three is they scrap it all together and just get a tax break.
And send the bill to Ezra Miller.
Or get a tax break, because that's what they did on Batgirl. They scrapped Batgirl completely, and what people don't understand is instead of putting it just on HBO Max, because if you did that, you can't get a tax break on it. So they get a tax break on the $90 million for that movie, so they could do this. But it's just not you're just not going to get as big of a tax break on $200 million plus. So that doesn't make much sense to do that. Then the option four that I came up with, which was not on the plan, is just spend another $200 million just with a new person, and that makes no sense to anybody. Yeah. So what they went with ultimately was option one, and Ezra Miller had a statement, and see if I can actually find the statement itself. If you give me a moment.
I can't believe they have a mother out there.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, as a mom.
How did it get this far?
Yeah. And now I'm not in no way blaming the mom.
No, I know what you're saying. I think
sometimes you have to just back away and say,
agreed.
I cannot help this person anymore.
Agreed. Now, again, from what I heard, and I don't know how much is true, but I believe that Ezra Miller's father passed away not too long ago.
Oof.
And I believe it had a very negative effect, clearly.
Yeah.
Now, here is the quote of the statement from Ezra Miller. Having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, I now understand that I am suffering complex mental health issues and have begun ongoing treatment. I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. I'm committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe, and productive stage in my life. Now, Miller was arrested twice in Hawaii this year, once for disorderly conduct and harassment. In the Hawaii instance, Miller pled no contest to a single count of misdemeanor disorderly conduct and paid a $500 fine and $30 in court costs. Now, there's other things with this is the stuff that they've been arrested with, but there's also the accusations of grooming and these other things that are going on too. Now, let's talk about this thing first. Is that now whatever it might be, accusations and all those types of things, if they're crimes committed, whether you apologize or not, you got to pay the price. No matter what it is. Now,
right.
Nobody is disputing that. Whatever it turns out that they might be guilty of, and if it turns out that they're guilty of grooming, doing all these things, and probably shouldn't work with them again. Probably should have to take a long break, maybe not work again, whatever. But again, we don't know what's true, what's not, what's accused, what's charged and what isn't. Speaking specifically on the statement, right? It's a tricky one because part one is, all right, you apologized. Great. So is it genuine, right? Like we talked about not too long ago with the Will Smith thing, right?
Yeah.
Is it genuine? the only thing that you like to see it because it's okay, you can acknowledge it. That's always the biggest step. You can acknowledge it. You're gonna make some. You're gonna try to make yourself better. Good on you. The problem I have is that I just read you 3 options, and option 1 was something that was released in the press a week ago before the statement was made, and this was option 1.
Yeah.
So you knew it was coming. So they basically laid this out to them and said, "These are this is what we're looking at here.
One of the things we're looking. Yeah.
Choose from the menu." And they chose number 1 because they still want to get paid. It's bottom line. If it's not to say that they also didn't want help. I'm not disputing that. They very well could look at it and say, okay, maybe I'm going through some stuff right now, and it's really affecting people around me. It's affecting my life. It's affecting everything. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. I saw the reports and everything too, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it's also, they're trying to save their movie, which they should. So it's tricky.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think?
Well, I think I would feel better about it if I knew. Do we have any information if they are admitted into like an inpatient facility?
Not yet.
Or
I'm sure that's the next step, but not yet. No, that's just the initial thing.
That feels like. Honestly, like an apology. I guess it was laid out that way, but apology is not what's necessary here. Recovery.
It's among a lot of things. That's required,
it sort of feels like. Yeah, I hope they can get well because they're very not well.
No. What do you think, Brett?
Well, there's even, they didn't even talk about, I don't think in this article, the whole that choke video thing that nobody ever
talks about that because they still don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Was it a friend? Was it a foe? Nobody knows.
And that needs to be, I think that definitely
everything needs to be addressed.
Yeah. I think, of course you can immediately look on it and go, well, of course they did that because of blah, blah, blah. But I'm assuming that Ezra Miller knew that if they don't kind of get their shit together regardless, knew that running off and doing these things, Ezra Miller is not right to go do this while there's a movie ready to be shown in the first place.
And someone said, get your shit together.
Yeah, with common sense tells you're not going to get paid doing that stuff anyway. So regardless of if you said, oh, I'm going to go to treatment now, you were doing things at the worst possible time, even despite having a film that's coming out. So I think that this comes at a good time, but I think that there's some troublesome stuff going on.
Now, the bigger question is probably what I'm going to title this episode.
Your
because
autobiography.
Yeah. No, the question is, and I spoke about this on Campus Show yesterday, was that, do you think, though, now, because the option was, inside of option 1, it was limited press for Ezra Miller as they're doing the promotion of the movie, which will come out. So they do that. But it was also hinted inside of one, but sticking with it and then moving forward. This has to be the last performance of Ezra Miller as the Flash, regardless, right? Even so, even if there's a major apology with help and all that too, because can you ensure that they're going to stay, like, more of this isn't going to happen?
Yeah.
No, you can't. I think that's I don't know if it is an addiction thing or if who knows? Who knows what it is that they're going through, but it seems to me like if I'm DC, I want nothing more to do with this.
You just got to you got to find a way to do a reshoot or something where, because the beauty of this is this multiverse thing, you find a way to get either it's the kid from the Flash TV show or a new Flash that takes the helm and passes the baton to Ezra. Ezra passes the baton, and we follow a new Flash, very similar to what they were going to do, or they ultimately did with Spider-Man and Spider-Man Across the Universe, or whatever, the Spider-Verse with Miles Morales. You can do something like that. I don't know. I just think that you get this movie out, you try to make money on it. It's Michael Keaton's return as Batman. Everybody wants to see that. It's Ben Affleck coming back, right? And it's this jumpstart into this 10-year plan. So I think you have to. I think you got to recast after this. I think you got to say thank you.
Do you think they also are doing a lot of editing around the part? Do you think that there's maybe they're
can't?
It's the Flash.
But I'm just saying, like, do you think that they're maybe beefing up the secondary parts? Like the storylines.
No, this movie's done.
Yeah.
Andy Muschietti directed it, who directed It Chapter 1 and 2.
Okay.
And very good director. And apparently from the test screenings, it's fantastic. The trailers look great.
That's the problem. Ezra Miller is actually really
Really
talented.
good.
yeah.
Really good.
What, the
Really
Perks of Being a Wallflower? Is that
We need to talk about Kevin.
Yeah.
Perks of Being a Wallflower. Tons. And Ezra Miller was great in the Zack Snyder cut. Really great.
I mean, there's obviously, and I think that was
They
trying to
released
touch
that?
on this, is that
it's on HBO Max.
I'm joking. I'm
There's-
joking.
HBO Max. You ever seen it?
yeah, you should release it.
Seen it.
They should release that Snyder cut. Did they do that?
Can you? No, they have, start a hashtag.
Yeah, start a hashtag. We should list this. No, there's definitely. I think I was trying to get to this in a long roundabout way, but like, there's definitely somebody has also let Ezra Miller down. I mean, like, you've got publicists, you've got family, you got whatever. Like,
That's hard to say though.
because I mean, in this day and age, though, how many people go rogue like this? I mean,
Well, look, that's hard to say. That's hard to say because you can talk to people until you're blue in the
I gotta
face.
say, I'm sorry, everybody in the audio. I leaned back to take a drink
Yeah.
to be nice, and then I would keep coming back and going,
Didn't even hear it.
until you acknowledge
Now
it.
I'm
I know.
really disgusted.
But that's hard to say because we all know people that you'll try to have conversations with. Hey, you need to calm.
Yeah.
You need to do, and they don't listen.
"Oh,
We were talking about the intervention, Kaylor. I'm now mentioning who it was, but the intervention of our friends. And that person just said, "None of you are my friends anymore."
And just
Wow.
fuck
And that
you.
was it.
And
Yeah.
it's like if a person doesn't want to listen, they don't want to listen, and they don't think it's an issue. They don't think it's an issue, and they do their own thing. They do their own thing. It is cliche to say, but it is on the person if they want the help.
Yeah.
And so it's not as I don't think it's as cut and dry to say that. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Well,
There
not
are
saying
people
that
let them
necessarily,
down.
but there's got to be
Let them
like,
down.
where's the publicist? Where's the scrubbers on this thing? As soon as that happened, the first thing I think was the choke, right? I mean, the choke
I
was
don't know anymore. He was
initially
yeah.
the first thing, and that nobody immediately went like, hey, let's send out a statement about this. This was your buddy there or something, and this was a friend. You were doing a bit, you were whatever, but
there was
nothing.
video. There was video of Ezra Miller at one point making videos in their car. It was
Oh
kinda
yeah, what was it
losing-
that
I don't-
Winston called it? It was
I
like
don't
the
remember. I don't remember
Yeah.
what it was. Anyway,
I saw
so
one recently where they were in a employee of a grocery
oh
store.
yeah, and they
He's
said
like, "Yo, you want me to choke you out until you
knock you out.
Yeah, you want me to knock you out?
yeah.
And the guy was like, wait, what?
Yeah, right.
It's-
Who knows? Anyway, it's again referencing the initial story, and I'm happy they made the statement that there is help that is going to be, and also going back into what I said to start this whole thing, they are guilty of a crime. They should pay for that crime.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. But I've said this since the beginning. I think that human beings in general, and it's always easier said than done, when you're watching from a computer screen and you're not related and you don't see these people and you don't ever have actual physical conversations with them or in the same room or anything too, it's easy to say, oh, who cares? They did this. Get them out of there. Get them out of there. Who cares? It's like it's harder to say when you realize it's an actual human being. Now, again, I'm not saying that no matter what the person did, if there were major crimes that were committed, absolutely they should pay the major crime for what is, especially if this fucker was grooming people and doing all this and taking it. Of course, absolutely, I'm with you on that. Just saying that also look at the human side of it. That if there's someone that's saying I need, like really legit saying I need help, I'm realizing that I did a lot of fucked up shit and I need help, and someone is crying for help, I think it is incumbent as people in general to say, okay, well, we're going to try to help you. But there are also it's that same thing. That's why I say you don't know if someone's going to do it again.
Right.
And it's like, and if you do, how many and that comes down to what you were talking about before with addiction and other things too. Like there are many times that people who are that even whether it's good people, bad people that have addiction that continue to keep doing things because they can't help themselves because of mental illness and there's other things. So it's just a sad situation all the way around. There's no doubt about it. There's only one way to get out of this conversation, and I think I figured it out. I know it. Perfect.
Thank you.
You're
I was
welcome.
like
Was that
taking
you?
some JOYMODE and dry humping bread against
Yeah.
the wall. I was like, oh, excuse me. I'm so
That's Kate.
Oop. So sorry.
You okay with that?
I had
Ooh, wow, that's a little one.
that one was
You
Jersey
okay?
Mike's.
Whoa, Kate,
I apologize.
hold it in.
I would love
Wow.
that's what
Like a
happens when I hold
balloon.
it in. That's what,
What was that?
That one went up.
That one went up.
That one went out and then up the other.
It started to
And we're back. And we're back. So I was also telling Kate, speaking of TV shows that we were talking about before, you finished season 2?
Yes.
Loved it?
Yeah.
Better than the first?
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's just
The boys were talking about
layers and layers and layers of it.
I watched The Boys.
You did not.
My Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Boys.
A lot of great
The Boys.
Jimmy Kaler shout outs today.
Oh, no, I meant my actual children.
Oh,
You're
okay.
right. He wasn't a show called My Boys.
It was. Yeah. So
I never watched it.
I used to watch this show.
He's very good.
He was in the end of the family.
The one with
Family Stone.
Yes,
Family Stone.
Yeah.
That's right. He was.
The delivery guy. Anyway.
So anyway, The Boys is basically it's a show. It's on Amazon Prime. You should absolutely watch it. You would love it.
What would you do if I was like, I don't have Amazon Prime? Just kidding. I was actually thinking that
have to,
today.
though.
Everybody
Yeah, you
has
should.
Amazon Prime.
Yeah, don't you have Amazon Prime for
Yeah.
deliveries?
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm joking. I absolutely
okay.
have it. But
Then
like,
you should
that's-
watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
should. You should absolutely watch it. It's such a. We finally got like the whole story was. I told him that Lonnie would like it, and then we called Lonnie on air, which she was not happy about.
Oh! She's like, I'm in a
But Lonnie to this day gave me my favorite answer ever that I've ever talked to anyone. And I said to her, I said, Lonnie, why aren't you watching this show? Why won't you watch this show? And she goes, because I don't want to. And I said, okay, perfect. And she was in she was in a very sassy mood that day. And she basically, and I said, well, you just
She
watch
was
it.
in her Loodle face.
Yeah, but I will tell you, but she has not even sent a text to say that I was right.
She was ready, and then, but like, yeah, she's in the middle of work stuff right now. But yeah, I said, we're gonna call you. She was all right. But I mean, she was glowing about it.
She loves it.
and she loves the juxtaposition of
Yeah.
the two.
Of course, the
villain
real
and the
world
hero
and the
you know,
real world and
yeah.
this and the politics of it all, and it exactly. And I knew that she would like it.
Yeah.
And I have not even got a simple, okay, it's good.
I want to now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just even now I want.
Now I'll watch
Now
it.
I want to.
You
watch
should.
it, yeah.
Season 2.
You'll love the show.
Yeah.
Like I love Peacemaker, and I actually think that Peacemaker season 1 was a tad bit better than The Boys season 3. But I think, and obviously, you put 3 great seasons against one
Yeah.
great season. The 3 great seasons win. I think overall, The Boys is a better show so far. I have to wait for season 2 of Peacemaker, but
What's the overall premise?
So it's basically
For all of those people out there that
Yeah.
don't know, because I know.
Yeah, Kate.
no. So The Boys, you think it's going to be a full on like superhero show, but it's
Yes.
kind of like an anti-superhero show, and the superheroes are not really the good guys, and they've been commercialized in this kind of capitalistic system.
It hits the ground running.
It really
let's say.
it certainly does.
That's an inside joke.
Yes, it is,
But-
but it does. It does, and then
First 10 minutes, you're like, what?
You'll know right away
Okay.
if you like it or not within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then Carl Urban
Yeah.
is probably his best work.
Yeah.
Easily. He's great in a lot of stuff, but he's Butcher. Is he your favorite?
Yeah, I like Butcher. Yeah, it's tough. I mean,
Jack Quaid.
Butcher's great, but in terms of the Homelander,
Oh, he's so good.
yeah,
He's
just
so good.
but you hate him. But he's
You know,
good.
people are concerned about me because I have recently been for Capes and Cowls. This is our logo, and I specifically requested Homelander. People are like, why did you like Winston's Batman and Coy's like dead, and you chose Homelander? I was like, I certainly did. You don't deal with what I have to deal with. So, yeah, but
We got to sell you on it now.
but Brett, someone
Guys,
pitched
call me and tell me about
yeah, but someone pitched this the other day to me. Anthony Starr. It's not Anthony. It's Anthony Starr. But someone pitched this Anthony Starr as Doctor Doom because he's been meeting Marvel lately.
yeah.
And I said, "Oh, him as Doctor Doom, that would be awesome." I'm telling you, like Elizabeth Shue was in season 1.
Oh.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, and it's like, it's really a good. It's a funny show, but it's like it's got that kind of the Peacemaker sense of humor, gore, but clever writing.
Love that.
It's right up your alley. If you like the Suicide Squad and like Peacemaker, then you'll love this show.
And not a, I mean, again, a lot of the cast is not like huge names or anything like that, but great performers.
Haley
and-
Joel Osment shows up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you've seen him already.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't. Yeah, he looks different.
He looks different now. But
God, he had another great cameo in a different show. Oh, God, I love that guy.
yeah, he's great. So it's something I highly recommend. Let's see what else. Prey. You guys, anyone watch Prey yet?
Been hearing about it.
Okay,
and
well,
it's
let's-
not this. It's this.
It's Predator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prey.
Yeah.
And it's that's out on Hulu. That's kicking ass for Hulu.
I just saw driving here a Hulu ad
Wait,
for.
I got to correct you on that, Kate. A
Yeah.
Prey would be.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. Prey would not be this.
I
Prey
meant
is
inverse
this.
of
Yeah.
this.
For the audio listeners, I'm doing I'm retracting from a predator.
Right.
I'm not attacking.
Not attacking. Not yet, anyway. So what were you saying? You on the
I was
way
gonna
here?
say, I saw a show called The Patient that's going to be on Hulu with Steve Carell.
Oh,
who
yeah,
does
the
not
trailer.
look like Steve Carell.
Yeah, the
and
trailer's good.
Domhnall Gleeson.
Donal.
Yeah.
Donal.
Donal.
Yeah,
Donal
it's
Gleeson? Yeah.
spelled Donhall,
It's
but
Don- yeah,
it's
okay,
pronounced
sorry.
Donal.
And that's just
do you mean-
about
do you mean
someone
Mark
being
Riley?
patient, right?
He's got Mark Riley's hair now. Do you know that man is 60 years old?
Mark Riley?
No, Steve Carell, and he does not look 60 years old.
He does not look 60 years
No,
old.
he
I saw
looks-
him at
he
the
looks
Jon
way younger than I do.
Stewart
Well, in
thing,
like
but-
40-year-old virgin, you could see that he like works out. I mean, like talk about a dad
Got it.
body.
He's Steve Carell rules. I saw this. Speaking of like comedians that are just, there was this clip that I don't know why it went viral today. Who knows? Somebody probably found it on an old VHS tape and posted it and it went viral. 50 Cent was singing in the club or whatever, and next to Jim Carrey, and Jim Carrey starts like dancing, doing that Jim Carrey head movement thing, but it's just like such a Jim Carrey moment. And I don't know, it just today decided that's what they wanted to make go viral. And I of course scrolled.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how I now the little one has now been waking up at like 5:30 in the morning. They're both going to school now. And I told Kate this, but my wife has not really had free time like this, maybe ever.
Yeah.
Since not
Oh, no,
since-
definitely ever.
Since
I mean,
since kid one, like
Yeah.
I think because even as the second one was starting to get free time, she got pregnant and she was even went through. So she really hasn't had any free time for like 10 years. So on day one of school, and especially during summertime, she was even when it because the little one was home with her the whole time and it was very demanding and all. So this was finally the first. So she literally played George Michael's "Freedom" in the kitchen right before we went to school. That was part one, and then she goes, and I said, "What are you going to do today?" She's like, "Nothing."
Yeah.
Absolutely. She's sitting on the couch watching Outlander, right?
Yeah.
And then she's like, "I'm going to go to the mall today." She's like, she's like an 8-year-old walking around. But the little one wakes up today and she's just in a shit mood because it's like she wakes up too early and
Well,
she's
Wednesdays are the hardest. Like, I swear to God, hump day for kids is the hardest because they've just done 2 days of school and
Yeah.
they wake up on that third day and they're like, I have to do 3 more days of that.
She didn't care about going. It was other stuff that was going on as far as like.
There goes my theory.
Well, no, but she's just tired. My wife had asked her to do something. She was freaking out. So it's like, she's like, I want to play screens. And I said, all right, I'm going to teach you a rule because you're 5 because you started learning how to play iPad. This is a rule. We don't do screens during. Vivi, do we do screens during the morning of school? She's like, Vivi's like, nope. And not these words, but the attitude of the kids. Well, fuck that. It's pretty much what. And so the little one's trying to make that work. So finally, I go, hey, you want to see a dog? And I show her that it's fine. But it was the oldest who started reading her stories that got her out of the funk. And it's hilarious though because now my wife on day one is like taking her to school. Is like, oh, my little baby, she's going to school. By day 3, the little one's like, I don't want to go to school. She's like, you're fucking going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, you are going.
Yeah,
like,
see
she
ya.
could have just thrown her by the pants and gone, I don't care
And
where
this is
that.
her first year of school, actual school.
She went to
right?
preschool-ish,
That's
but it
kind of
was
a
like
part-time,
there was
yeah.
it was like it was. But this is like all day, and like
Is she actually kindergarten?
TK.
Wait, but she's already 5, you said?
She's about to be 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's about to. Okay.
It's
Okay.
yeah, that's like lid. They're
'Cause that-
Yeah.
Mine will be 5 in November.
Yeah.
She's September.
She's September.
September.
Yeah.
Okay.
TK's
Coming up.
it's the
Transitional.
greatest
Yep.
thing ever because you're like, oh, free preschool.
Yes.
That is just, and they didn't offer it at this school at first, and then they finally have.
Yeah,
so.
same with mine.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
lucky. But anyway, domestic stuff. All right, let's see if there's anything else going on in the news that I can bring up that I think is relevant that you people want to actually hear about. And if not, we can call it a little bit of a day. But you know what I actually tell you about first before we even do that? Nope. I wanted to tell you about private internet access.
Oh.
Yeah, private internet access. We're sponsored by Private Internet Access today. And we're pretty pumped about it because they're awesome. And I've been talking about them for a little bit, and I'm excited that they're back as a sponsor. It is the most transparent VPN provider on the market right now, and it's just the software that you need to protect your digital life. You might not be aware of it, but even if you browse in incognito mode, you're not safe online. Your internet service provider is still storing your browsing history, and it can sell it to advertisers. But private internet access encrypts your internet connection and hides your IP address, protecting you. All you have to do is connect to one of the 1,000 servers located in over 80 countries, and even a server in each U.S. state, so you can avoid sporting event blackouts, for example. You'll be able to get unrestricted access to geo-blocked content on streaming platforms. Now, private internet access has a strict no-logs policy, and it's 100% open source. It's also available for all operating systems, and one subscription can protect up to 10 devices at the same time. So if you want to start securing your digital life, I have a special deal available for you. You can get an amazing 82% discount on private internet access, and that brings it down to just $2.11 a month. You get 3 extra months added to your subscription for free. So, because private internet access comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee and 24/7 customer support, it's all risk-free for you. So head on over to privateinternetaccess.com/thebigthing and get private internet access today. That is privateinternetaccess.com/thebigthing.
Arnold's here to talk about. No,
You know what's funny about I forgot. I've been taking him to screenings lately.
Oh.
So I took him to see Bullet Train.
yeah, first film in 3 years in
Yeah.
a movie theater.
We're going back tonight.
Why?
Yeah, we're going back
Right.
tonight.
Yeah,
We're going to see
You
Beast.
guys. Oh, Idris Elba.
So
yeah, that is tonight.
yes, did you forget about it? So did you forget all about it?
I did.
Perfect.
I thought it was next Wednesday. I mean, I could work it out.
Next Wednesday is Barbarian, or next Monday is Barbarian.
Okay.
Craig the Barbarian.
Yeah, Craig the Barbarian.
Because you're just
Yeah.
going to hang out.
We're just
with
going to hang in his house. Yeah, so that's it. Anyway, so we are going to see that tonight, and so the way that's going to work, we're going to do the out of the theater reaction like we did last time. So look out for that. I have the.
Somebody said, "Who's that homeless guy with Christian?"
It's hilarious. I don't know anything about this movie. I don't really know. I just know I like Idris Elba.
Yeah.
And
No.
I'll tell you, the line doesn't look good in the trailers.
Oh,
The CGI. Have you seen it?
No, I was gonna just go blind.
All right, I won't tell you that. I mean, maybe it looks better. I don't know. I just didn't think that looked good.
I'm trying to figure out. We were talking about this the other day. I'm trying to figure out if it's supposed to be like a Jaws situation. If it's like,
Seems like it. Seems like a.
or if it's like it's an extra big lion, or if it's just an extra malicious lion.
I don't know enough about it except he's with his family and then a lion starts attacking him.
Yeah.
So we'll find out in a little bit. But as I mentioned, CGI that looks bad and maybe it's not going to be great. I start to then think of She-Hulk, where I talked about. Have I talked to you about She-Hulk at all?
No, I know you got the screen.
So I saw the first 4 episodes. Now I saw the trailer. Didn't love the trailer. Didn't love Thor: Love and Thunder. Thought it was just we're joke city. I think the last time we talked, I was talking about She-Hulk, and I'm like, I'm just worried about how goofy it's going to be and how over the top of the comedy it's going to be in the CGI. I loved the first 4 episodes.
Awesome.
Like the first 2 episodes are so well written. Like I couldn't believe how well and like they treat it like an Ally McBeal show. And I think I was talking about this with Robert Burnett yesterday, and we said on the show on CAMEO show that the difference is that when you look at Thor, Thor has different examples of how he could be serious and things that we've seen him serious before. And I think Infinity War to me is the best Thor has ever been. And yes, Ragnarok was silly, but it was to me, it was balanced. And then you get into this Saturday Night Live top secret version of Thor that is just like, whoa, you're really going heavy on comedy.
Go easy on Taika Waititi. He's really busy being the hottest man on the planet
and having
having threesomes
on rooftops with famous actresses.
Listen, just go easy on him.
I missed that one.
No,
I also missed it.
I love Taika Waititi. I just didn't love the movie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now when this trailer comes out, I was like, okay. But then when you see the show, it knows exactly what it wants to be, and it tells you right away, this is Ally McBeal inside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and it pays homage and gives respect to the Marvel lore. It's clever, and it's short. It's like 28 to 32 minutes.
I like that. Because it's tough with The Boys. The Boys
No,
is
it
an
is.
hour. It's tough. You want to watch a couple.
It is,
of
but that's
three,
but,
four.
but The Boys is a full-on drama
Yeah.
with a lot of complex things that go through it, and I think it deserves to be an hour, right?
This would be nice to have a little one that we can kind of just do when we're like, oh, I'm too tired for an hour. Pop on something fun before bed.
This is exactly what that is.
I am always too tired for
Yes,
an hour.
yes.
Just so we're
This is
clear.
32 minutes.
No, I know.
Did you like Ally McBeal? This one has a dancing baby and all genders bathroom. It's the exact same thing.
Same thing.
It's Ally McBeal.
That's it. Same thing.
Got the guy from Porky's in it.
Yeah, see, that's all you really have to know about. But that's but I was surprised, and it comes out. I think today is Thursday. It's probably out for everybody right now. Yeah, it's out for everybody, so you can check it out. My spoiler review is on the channel right now, but both my non-spoiler for the first 4 on the channel, my immediate reaction. I'll have immediate reactions to all the other episodes, and then we've got man. We got so much coming out. Lord of the Rings is coming out.
Yes, cannot wait.
Game of Thrones is coming out.
Yeah.
Andor.
Yeah.
And now in September they just had the Cobra Kai new trailer. And now you're Cobra Kai? No,
I'm not Cobra. I'm not Cobra.
Have you tried it or just not?
No. I was a runner, so I
You're
never really did any
Miyagi-Do karate. Your
Yeah,
mom
I'm
Miyagi-Do.
Miyagi-Do. Yeah.
It made no sense.
No, I'm just saying I've never done karate. No, I never started. I don't.
Did you like Karate Kid or not really?
I did.
Oh.
I'll be the man who will fight.
Part 2.
Okay, I liked Karate Kid too.
Yeah.
Fine.
That's
I
fine.
stand by my.
No, you're right. I mean, look,
You're-
it's the same franchise. It's not like you started singing "Eye of the Tiger" or something. Perfect.
No, I loved. I mean, those were movies.
Those were movies.
Touchstone
movies.
movies for me.
They called.
What am I on trial here? Those were movies.
They were movies.
Those were movies.
I mean, come on. What is karate? Are you painting? Are you washing cars? Are you kicking fences? What is it? Why does this man have a pond next to an old motor? Come on.
Daniel Russo. No, is that his name?
Oh, you're getting
Yeah.
close. No, you're wrong.
La Russo.
Yeah, girl.
Daniel LaRusso was probably my first crush as a
Look
kid.
at you.
Yeah.
Well, he's
I get to-
aged like 10 years since then.
I
True.
know.
I got to hang out with him when I did the I did that Nokia theater. Netflix is a joke. I moderated the panel.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's so cool.
And I hung out with Ralph Macchio for the majority of the time. What a great dude!
Oh, I bet.
Just such a sweetheart, like a nice guy. Well, he remembered me from Collider when we were hanging out and we were just talking. We were talking about the just East Coast stuff, and then at the time, like, we had to like you had to get tested and stuff to when we were there. So he's
STD.
So he's like, where is it? So we're like running around the thing together. I'm like, and I'm in my head, I'm going, I'm fucking hanging out with Ralph Macchio. This is awesome. I called it cool, obviously, but I'm like, and then William Zabka was there. I mean, I got to hang out with the whole cast, which was incredible. I was on cloud 9 because I love that show, and the trailer for the new one looks great. It's to me, it's like what you were just talking about.
It's 5. This is season 5.
Season 5.
Wow.
And it's about, and again, shorter episodes. So you have like that same. And this is my, when you have shows. Look at the shows that are coming out right now. Well, She-Hulk is pretty fun. She-Hulk is a fun show. So you're kind of bookending the two of them. She-Hulk is a lot of fun, and you get a lot of laughs out of it. Game of Thrones is going to be intense.
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
Game of Thrones is going to be
Especially since they're going to have a lot more
No, I'll tell you though. For Roxy, where you're going with the Roxy thing. I got to get that article from Roxy. So you have some preference of what was.
She said something
some
that
reference.
they decided to have less
consensual sex is what they said she said that there's an article that the creators said that they made a decision to have less consensual sex.
because of the times.
And
Yeah.
but then
The made up.
now, and I'll talk with Roxy on the show, and I would say this to Roxy if she was on the show or not on the show. Roxy,
Say it. Go ahead and say it to me.
Yeah,
Say
sorry.
it to me.
Go ahead. Roxy sometimes says, "Well, everybody's saying it," and I've said this to Roxy. I was like, "Well, who's everybody?"
Honestly, just actually everybody.
And I said that to her, and she said to me, she's like, because you said that to me, I paid attention to it more.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I want to see the actual article because I saw the comments come in that goes, well, that's not what the creator said.
Yeah.
The creator said this instead. I want to see the actual quote before I say that that's what they said. And not that I don't believe that Roxy, I want to see the actual quote.
I will find that for you right now.
And she would, though. She would have it. But there's no one that does better freaking research than Roxy Stryer. Anyway,
I know, it's true.
except maybe for that article. But anyway.
Well, can I just say that, and I'm not disagreeing with Roxy
Sure.
necessarily, but I always feel like if you are, I don't know, like why, I don't know how to be articulate about this. Yes, I don't love watching women get assaulted.
Yeah.
But if we pretend like that doesn't happen.
Oh, she wasn't saying she wasn't going to watch it or not watch
No.
it because of it. That's not what she was just making it clear. That's what they said in the article. Apparently, she wasn't making a stance saying that she wasn't going to watch it. Or not
I
watch
thought it was a weird thing to say,
Yes.
especially because of the times
Yes.
part. Because
This
it
is
is
what I want to ask the audience that if you know the article that was being referenced, which can you put it in the comments here? Because I want to read it because I still haven't been able to find it because I got these conflicting things for people because people said inside of that episode that we did, that's not what they said. What they said was this, and I said, but nobody's providing me a link because you can say because Roxy could very well be right, and that's exactly what they
it's
said.
Exactly what they
I
said.
don't know. I just know that.
I put my money on Roxy being right.
I mean, I don't know. I got to look at the actual article and see exactly what they said. So if somebody can send that. Anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
She-Hulk,
Yeah.
funny,
Fun.
goofy. Game of Thrones, not so much. Lord of the Rings, not so much. Andor, not so much. And then you bookend it
You'll
with...
think, Andor will have its
Andor looks
silliness,
about-
right? Or no?
K2SO, K1SO.
He's not in the first
Oh,
season.
forget
I
it.
think
then.
So
he's
it
in
won't have
season 2.
any Star Wars humor, you think? In
I
it?
think ish, but not so much. Did you see the trailer for Andor yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, when this is over,
Okay.
I'm going to show you that you're going to lose your mind. The trailer was fantastic.
That's I think my favorite Star Wars movie.
If you loved Rogue One,
I loved Rogue
you're going to lose your
One.
mind. This trailer, I showed Roxy and Brett they were both like, wow, it's one of the best trailers that Star Wars has had maybe ever.
Oh wow.
So well, at least in a very long time. Yeah, exactly. All right, look, we did it.
Kraken.
I think we did it.
We did it.
Let's see if there's anything else that we need to do. No, that's it. We're done. All right, listen. For Kate and Brett and me and you and everybody, thank you so much for joining us here today. Make
Who's
sure
everybody?
Yeah.
that's the truth. Make sure once again that you subscribe if you haven't done that already to the Big Thing podcast feed. This is the Spotify feed. Apple Podcasts also very, very important. If you haven't done this, please subscribe. Hit the notification button, the whole 9 yards. We're going to be back tomorrow with Capes and Cows, me and Winston and Coy, among a lot of other things. So thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on the flip side. All right. Peace out. See you next time.